Howdy guys, welcome back to another video. Today's tutorial will be on making the Knight's Edge, and I'm going to show you exactly how. So, what I'd suggest doing as the first step, which would either be the Light's Bane or the Blade of Grass. So what we're trying to do for the Blade of Grass is, oh shit. What we're trying to do for the Blade of Grass, come on. Okay, what we're trying to do is basically get Demonite or Crimtane ore. Demonite, Corruption, Crimtane, Crimson. And you could either get this material by killing the Eye Cthulhu or the Eater of Worlds. And I'll show this fight in a second. So let me show you guys real quick. Let me just grab this summon real quick. Dang it. I'm not used to this. Sorry guys. Okay. So this will be a learning experience for all of us. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So, suspicious looking eye. You're gonna see that this is going to drop some Crimtane ore. So, go get it. As you can see, it drops Demonite ore. Around 40 something. As you can see, I have, 30. Or we could do the Eater of Worlds, and I'll find the thing real quick. I did not plan for this ahead of time. I am all over the place. Hold up, I'm just going to replace that thing. Actually, no, I'll do that later. And now we are going to, I'm going to fly over and see if I can find the corruption biome to, there. And then I would suggest building an arena for this fight. Eye Cthulhu, you don't really have to, but it's necessary. Come on, get up. So I'll show you. Probably equip this as my main weapon. As you can see, it drops a bunch of stuff. And that goes for the Arena Cthulhu too if you have a Crimson World. This is very finicky. I'm not used to this flight speed. Sorry about that. So yeah, as you can see, it drops Shadow Scales, or in the Crimson variant, it would be tissue stuff and used to make armor. But what we're after is Demonite, which you can see I got a lot more of. So honestly, Eater of Worlds, in my opinion, is easier than Eye of Cthulhu, cause cool. Okay, so we're back here. As you can see, we got a bunch of Demonite from those two bosses, and now what you wanna do is go ahead and grab your furnace or Hellforge, depending on what you have. You should be able to get this pre-hard mode. Smelt it up, forge it. You should get around, how many? Okay, all I have to say is you have to get more than 20. You could search it up with the guide and see how many you need. But all you need is some Demonite, and then you can craft this sword. Gotcha. Okay, you guys get that. Okay, for our next sword, you're going to need lava and water. Usually the way I make obsidian with lava and water is you know the elevator when you try to get to the wall of flesh and stuff. I usually use that to funnel water down into like a pocket of lava, since it doesn't go straight down into hell. And if you do decide to do it that way, I suggest covering any holes or cracks that may let the big-ish tub of water leak out. And yeah. And you should generally find a big enough one to handle the amount of water. And I'm pretty sure you need one obsidian for like every 2 hellstone, and you can only mine hellstone with a nightmare pickaxe and above, which you get the world evil pickaxe by killing the Eater of Worlds or Brain of Cthulhu, which you can make that with shadow scales and demonite bars. And you have to use a hell forge, which is found in the buildings in hell. And then you make this, you forge it together, and you have yourself the fiery greatsword. And now we're halfway done, guys. So what we're gonna do now is you're gonna want to make the blade of grass. So what you do with the blade of grass is you need to go into the underground jungle, and the first thing you need to look out for is bees and spiked slimes. Those usually drop enough spores. Like the grinding time frame, depending if you're just looking for spores, should be around like 10 to 20 minutes. If you don't have enough, then either you have bad luck or just not grinding properly. And the spores, I usually found like deeper into the underground jungle. And if you're having bad luck finding these, don't worry. I had a bad time farming them too in one of my own playthroughs I did off camera. And yeah, you gotta craft that at the thing, and you got that blade of grass. I'm pretty sure you need 12 stingers and 12 spores to make the sword each. So, we're almost done. Now one final one. The Muramasa. How you get the Muramasa is you need to defeat Skeletron, which is a pre-hard mode boss, and it's like between the Queen Bee and what is it? Oh, your world evil boss, Eater of Worlds, Brain of Cthulhu, and you need to get lucky, since this isn't always drop when it comes to unlocking chests with these keys, which you do get in the dungeon. How you get these keys is it's either drop from a skeleton, yes, I've had that happen, or it's from one of the big black slimes that has a key inside of it, and you will be able to see it too. Once you kill the slime, you have like I don't know the exact chance, but it's decently rare-ish to get the Muramasa. And once you have all of these, you need to go to your nearest thing. I'll show you guys real quick. It's easier to show you guys without explaining it. Okay, that was a dud. We need to find one of them glowing things. You don't know what I'm talking about, right, guys? Hopefully. Yes, those. You need to find one of these, and the crimson one will look like just a bunch of eyes and a red thing. So then, once you have all of these swords, doesn't matter what thing they have, you can make the Knight's Edge. And congratulations, guys. You have a good true melee weapon. That's all I have to say about it. And yes, there are mods that buff this to make it do different things, but I don't feel like going into that, since, you know, there's literally infinite mods theoretically. So thanks for watching my video, guys, and yeah, have a good one and enjoy your new weapon.